Y'all, this is the most horrific example of police brutality that I have ever heard, and these headlines aren't going to get better. On the night of January 24th of this year, Michael Jenkins was sitting at home with his friend Eddie Parker when 6 Rankin County deputies busted into their house without a warrant and proceeded to tell them that they were there for a drug raid. Once inside, body cameras were turned off, and they spent the next 2 hours brutalizing these 2 men. The 6 deputies handcuffed Jenkins and Edwards, started hurling racial slurs at them, beating them, using their tasers on them, including switching out tasers to see which one would hurt more on these guys. The deputies also attempted to SA these 2 men with an adult toy that they found around the house. Then they waterboarded them using milk, alcohol, whatever liquid that they could find around the house, wanting to make these guys think that they were drowning so they could elicit some type of false confession out of them. All of this essentially culminating to one of the officers placing a firearm into the mouth of Jenkins and pulling the trigger, essentially shooting his tongue off and destroying his jaw. Now, according to one of the reports, they're saying that this happened because Jenkins pointed a firearm at the officer, but I don't see how that's possible to do when Jenkins was handcuffed the entire time. So you may be asking, why would these officers do this without cause? This is why. Because he was accused of dating white women. Now, at this point, they have filed a $400 million federal lawsuit for civil rights violations against the police department. And apparently, this is a long-standing thing of police brutality and racial profiling against this particular police department. And to add insult to injury, Rankin County Sheriff Brian Bailey, who's right here, and by the way, this is a completely different article, feels that what these officers did is totally fine. None of them have been punished, placed on administrative leave, questioned, fired, anything like that. They are still employed, doing their job on a daily basis. And because Brian Bailey is at the helm of all this, I just figured you guys should know what he looks like. Or in the event that any of y'all feel like sending them a strongly worded letter, there's the address right there.